Thousand Names and Thousand Stories. 166th name, VAIDHYAYA NAMAH. Daksha had a grand yajna, a sacrificial ceremony, and invited all the gods and goddesses except Shiva and Sati. Sati, feeling deeply humiliated by this exclusion, insisted on attending the yajna despite Shiva's warning that her father would not respect them. When Sati arrived at the yajna, Daksha insulted her and spoke ill of Shiva in front of everyone. Unable to bear the disrespect shown to her husband, Sati, in a state of extreme grief and anger, decided to sacrifice herself. She invoked her yogic powers and immolated herself in the fire of the yajna. When Shiva learnt of Sati's death, he was consumed with rage and sorrow. In his fury, he created Veerabhadra, a fearsome warrior who led Shiva's army of Ganas, the divine beings, to destroy Daksha's yajna. He killed many of Daksha's guests and eventually beheaded Daksha himself. Veerabhadra started reflecting on his actions. Despite having carried out Shiva's command, he began to feel the weight of the destruction he had caused. The bloodshed and the killing of Daksha, even though justified by his insult to Shiva and Sati, left Veerabhadra with a deep sense of remorse and depression. He asked Paramashiva for a solution to get rid of his guilt. Shiva told Veerabhadra that even he, a great Mahadeva, had once faced guilt after removing one of Brahma's heads. By having a dip in Hridapanashini pond, a sacred water body located near the Tiruvallur Veeraraghava Perumal temple in Tamil Nadu, a form of Lord Vishnu, and worshipping him, he had sought forgiveness and purification from mental depression. He advised Veerabhadra also to do the same to get rid of his guilt and depression. Even today, we can see that Shiva resides near Tiruvallur Hridapanashini pond as Tirtheshwar. Veerabhadra went to Lord Veeraraghavan temple in Tiruvallur and, as advised by Shiva, took a dip in the Hridapanashini pond and got rid of depression and guilt. The 19th century mystic and visionary Vadalur Vallalar or Ramalinga Adigal, he once suffered from an intense and persistent stomachache that caused him great discomfort. Vallalar, driven by his spiritual intuition and devotion, visited the pond in Tiruvallur. He took a ritual dip in the pond, following a tradition of many devotees who believed in the pond's divine healing power, and after immersing himself in the waters of the pond, Vallalar experienced immediate relief from his stomach ache. He also worshipped Tirtheshwar and Veeraraghava Perumal at Tiruvallur. He had sung the praises of Lord Veeraraghava Perumal, pleading him to heal his stomach pain. The 5 hymns sung by him are called Veeraraghava Potri Panchakam. In one of the hymns, he glorifies the Lord Veeraraghava as the compassionate protector of all beings and praises him for being the embodiment of mercy, healing, and salvation. After experiencing this divine healing, Vallalar began to devote his life to helping others. He started a service in Vadalur, feeding people suffering from hunger. This act of kindness and compassion, initiated by Vallalar, continues even today, over 150 years later, with his followers carrying on his legacy of feeding the hungry. Thus, the Lord cures ailments which cannot be cured by allopathy, homeopathy, or naturopathy. Hence, he is known as Vaidhya, meaning the one who is a doctor healing all ailments. Vaidhya is the 166th name of Vishnu in Vishnu Sahasranamam. Let us invoke the boundless grace of the Lord to heal all our ailments by chanting Vaidhyaya Namaha.